offbeat a day trip to St Ives for art inspiration. I love the Tate and I love Portminster Gallery, both fabulous places to visit, and also there's some amazing galleries just in and around the town, and just to take in the sights. How inspiring is this place? There's my friend Sid. So when I was in Cornwall, I'll show you a couple of projects that I played around with when I was down there. I felt a little bit torn between being on holiday and actually thinking I want to produce a video for you guys. So I did play around with some stuff and I'll show you that in a minute. And I just did, these are my thumbnails. I'm just getting some ideas down, trying out some colours. Not even necessarily use these colours, but just like to try colours, like to try some different compositions. When I'm doing a thumbnail, I do them really rapidly. It's just to get an idea out of my head. I don't worry about a perfect drawing or it being, the composition exactly being right. I'm literally just playing, and then what I do is, if I say like I wanted to do a painting of this one, what I might do is get another sheet of paper and then I would sort of draw that up in a little bit more detail, and then what I do is I normally draw them up full scale for the size of the canvas that I want it to go onto. So I just wanted to talk to you, because I know some people use a sketchbook as I use them for different reasons. This is a scruffy sketchbook and it's about just getting ideas down. So I love Mousel, I love the curved harbour opening in Mousel, and how when the tide goes out you get this lovely bit of sand and the boats sit on the sand, and the fishing nets. I absolutely adore working from old photographs, particularly Victorian era, particularly interests me. So I love these little houses on the end of this harbour here. It looks very like the little houses in Alfred Wallace's paintings, and then I like to look at costume in photographs as well. So there's just some other ideas, and what I'll do is just get my real quick thumbnail ideas down, and then I will come back and I will look at more sort of concrete references so that it's the detail is a bit more accurate, and things like I just do a quick bit of an outfit on her, and I might then come back and look at sort of fisher ladies costumes from the Victorian era, particularly ones from Cornwall, because that's where I was on holiday and that was where my inspiration came from. So I just wanted to talk you through that briefly, and then I'm going to show you the little bits of artwork that I played with when I was down in Cornwall. But firstly, here's a little scenic interlude. How beautiful is this? I decided to have a play around with Gelli Printing. I drew out an image and I'm now starting to cut out some of the facial features. I didn't have the sharpest knife when I was on holiday. I managed to bring the blunt one with me, so it's not the easiest, but I muddle through. And I'm going to use my Gelli plate. I'm going to roll out paint onto my Gelli plate and print the face. I've already put a coat of yellow paint onto a sheet of card, and I'm now sticking those both together because I don't want the top sheet to move in any way, because it will make my registration not work. So I need to keep where the black line is, and the masking tape needs to stay together. So that's the face on. It's a bit of a fiddly process, but I kind of enjoyed it. I wondered if it would be easier, and I may try this another time, to cut out all the sections first, stick them back in with masking tape. It suddenly became a bit more difficult to cut, but that might have been because my knife was quite blunt to cut through all the masking tape. And now I'm cutting out the shoulders and the lady's outfit, and then obviously the neck part of her outfit as well. Now you'll notice when I print this, I've got a nice magenta coloured paint, but because it's got the yellow underneath, it does change the colour of it slightly. It becomes a little bit more of a browny tone, which obviously if you mix those two colours together, that will happen. So it's just worth considering what colours you put on top of what and how the colours will change. Now I'm just I'm rubbing away a bit of paint. I managed to rub away the wrong thing and rub away the bit of paint on the lady's collar, so I reprint that. And then I'm going to stick the shoulders and the neck back in, or the neckline of the dress back in with some masking tape. And then I'm going to cut out her neckerchief. I end up doing this as a mixed media. I liked the idea of some really bright details, and I knew I wasn't going to get the brightness that I necessarily wanted with lots of layers of paint. And I eventually, you'll see a little bit further on, that I get my Neo coloured 2s out and I start adding details on with those. But at the moment I'm just putting the little birdie on, and I've printed the body, and now I'm just getting ready I'm cutting out the wings of the bird, and then I'll stick the body back in. There we go, put a bit of masking tape to hold it in place. Pop it over, and now I'm going to print the bird's wing. I'm starting to, as a first attempt, I'm kind of quite pleased with this. Probably practice it a little bit more and refine it a little bit more, but I'm kind of pleased with how it's come out, and it's really fun. Obviously I need to make sure my paint's dry before I put the Neo colours on. You could use oil pastels, or you could pop some acrylic paint on. All of this detail would have been really difficult and intricate to do if I tried to jelly plate print it, so it's a lot easier just to use the crayons to pop some detailing in. And also the colours are quite nice and intense. You could, oil pastels would work really well as well, because you get lovely intense colours with those. Just putting some little stripes on the bird and some little eye detailing, some little